Importance of Soft Skills in Teaching from 5th July to 11th July 2021. Organized by Departments of History and Tamil, Madonna Arts and Science College for Women, Viraganur, Madurai. Let us start our evening with prayer. Dear God, we offer everything to you during this program. We may ask for your blessing and divine providence that the activities set for this undertaking be successful and effective. Today happened to be the fifth day on the topic Teamwork by Mr. Guru Pandi, Lead Engineer, Target Corporation, Minneapolis, USA. Thanks for accepting our invitation, sir. Now I call upon Mrs. Nagalada, Head Department of History, to give welcome address and to introduce our resource person.
Good evening to one and all gathered here. I cordially invite you all for the fifth day of 1 week virtual international faculty development program. I am extremely honored and feeling privileged to address everyone on this occasion. I would like to welcome our Secretary Mr. Alphonse Anandi, Principal Sir Dr. S.P.L. Michael, Vice Principal Dr. Ravi Regina Rajam. Most importantly, I would like to welcome our dignified resource person for the evening. On behalf of everyone present here, I heartily welcome our Honorable Resource person, the Kurupandi Ponnaya. He has completed his Master of Computer Applications in Madras University and started his IT career with TCS. Now he is a lead engineer in Target Corporation, leading engineers to build applications using the latest tech stacks. Over the decade, he worked in various companies, teams, roles, and responsibilities. It is a really an honor for all of us to have him as our resource person. Welcome you, sir. I also welcome Mr. Gandhi Lenin from Tamerica TV. Last but not least, I happily welcome all the faculties and research scholars and everyone here to support, participate throughout the program and make it successful. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your welcome address. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Now, I would like to welcome one such leader in his profession, Mr. P. Gurupandi, Lead Engineer, Target Corporation, USA, the Honorable Resource Person of the evening, fifth day of our program, of our International Faculty Development Program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, and it's great honor to present here. And good evening, everybody. And it's been a while. I have talked to people outside of my my work. And thanks to the organizers who invited me to, present and talk about a teamwork skills. And let me share my screen real quick. I hope you guys see my screen. You guys see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure. Thanks, Madonna Arts and Science College and all the organizers. It's been I've been watching this the whole programming for the last 4 days, and you guys are doing a great job. And the one thing that I noticed was the teamwork that you guys are doing, which is great. That's what I'm going to talk about here today. And before I start further, you guys want to know me, who am I, what I'm doing, and why I'm here, and all those things. So I'm just my full name is Guru Pandi Ponaya. People call me Guru, and the first priority for me is my family. So you see, me and my wife, and I have 9-year-old daughter and 2-year-old boy, and that's my first priority. It should be work-life balance in IT career, right? So I always focus on my family first. The second thing, what I do is coding. So I do coding, all the developments and skills like that, and coaching people. When I say coaching people, I don't take any presentation. I don't do any presentations to to show the work that we are doing. Instead, we just demonstrate by like I doing it. Like I don't need to explain anything to anybody else, but I just do it, and who are like next to me, and they just watch me doing it, so they just start doing that. It is like chain effect. So, but this is the first time I'm presenting outside, so hopefully it'll be fun. And it's also like Friday, so Friday is always fun. So we get like the weekend is coming, so everybody's excited. And what else I do apart from my family and my work. And I just play sports, and everybody has their own habits to keep them entertained. And we have to come out of the work and make ourselves happy. So if you are a happy person, and you are going to be your deliverables, like whatever the work that you are going to do, it is always going to be like a good result, right? So if your mind is happy, then you can do good things, and you can do like a quality things. All right, so let's move further. So that's about me, and I'm not in social media and things like that, and I don't want to spend all my time on the social media things. So if you guys want to reach out to me, or any topics that I talk here, and if that grab your attention or interest, please reach out to me, and I can happy to help. Not only on the soft skills, it's also like all the tech stuff I can talk about. Cool. And I'm also like I'm like, when you see my presentation, like I don't want to put a lot of things on the presentation, and I don't want to bore anybody, and or I don't want to just dump a lot of information and nobody's care about it. They just listen and they just go, and they are not taking any action. But what I'm here expecting is just sit back, relax, and what I'm going to talk is like, it's not new thing. Everybody has the skill, and we just need to ask a couple of questions to ourselves, and understand, like, are we doing right way or in the wrong way? Should we do anything differently? Or like it's all trial and error, right? So humans always makes mistakes. The machine doesn't, because that's how it programmed. So the machine does not make any mistakes, but the human makes mistakes, which is okay. And you just accept those mistakes and move further, so that you can keep growing. And when you grow, your team is going to grow, or like your personal skills are also going to grow. So just sit back, relax, and just listen to these topics, and enjoy. And the 4 days that what I have seen is with this organizing team, and the thing is, like, they are doing a great teamwork. So for example, taking the turns, like whoever is like giving the addressing note or welcome note or like a vote of thanks, and I don't see anybody is doing the same thing every day, like, and they are taking the turns, which is a great thing in the team. That's what everybody likes, because if I'm in a team, i i I just don't want to do the same thing every day, which makes me bore. And if my work is not recognized, and whoever is like the other person's work is recognized, I feel like I left out, and I don't want that to be happen in the team. And that's why taking turn is a good thing in a team. And assigning tasks, like somebody has to assign it. It doesn't need to be the boss or leader has to always assign the task. It's a team, right? So we can take the responsibility of, like, hey, I'm doing this today, do you want to do this tomorrow, or do you want to take this work tomorrow? So those things, like, are good attributes for the team player, right? And once you've done with your goal, like the small goals as a team, then move forward. Keep thinking about, like, what are the goals that we have, and what are the opportunities that we have, so we can just go further. So that's one good thing. And the collaboration, like, you guys are doing, I'm sure, like, you guys reach out to many resource persons, or you guys talk to multiple other departments, and you talk to other, like, lecturers or professors outside, like, you want to join, and all these are like collaborations, which is a good thing. And listening to others' ideas, like, if I'm saying something, and if you are not listening, I left out, right? So, but here, like, listening to others' ideas and implementing them or talk about them. Those are the great quality in a team. All right. So enough of that talk. Let's go further. It's not going to be like a too much slides. It's like a very less slide. And I always believe and picture talks, right? So here we make a great team. So that's the picture we have here. And if you see, you can see multiple things here by seeing this picture. So the first thing is like it's paper and printer. They both are different, and they have their own attributes. The paper has its own attribute. When I say paper attributes, it means like it is blank and it's like a flexible, and you can do whatever with the paper. And the printer has its own attributes, so it just print things. Whatever you are asking to do it just do it, and it needs some object to print that material outside, right? Everybody has own attribute. And give me 1 second. All right. So have you ever thought about like how we are all connected with the word team in our real life? Like it's when we say team, we always think that okay, team is just just happening inside the work. Nope, it's not like that. The team is like everywhere, like your family, your friends, and your work, and wherever you are connected together. Like in this case, like if I just go deeper, and you're like and the team is like your class students, and you are the team, right? It's like an Inception movie, so it's layered. So that makes a small team, and from there. And you and your department is one team. Also, you and your other colleagues, like other friends, that makes other team. And all the departments together, it's one team, which is like your college or like whatever it is. And all the colleges makes other team. So the team is everywhere. So we have to see that way. And high percentage of the time, we either directly or indirectly associated with humans or non-humans to make a team. For like I said, like family, friends, they are like a human relations. But how about like a non-human relations? For example, bicycle. Like you are indirectly connected, making a team, and you and your bicycle make a team. When you make a team, you can just move from one place to another place. You can commute, or you can transfer from one place to another place. But the non-humans, like it doesn't make a sense that like it's not a team. So it's team, and that team, most of the time those teams work well. For example, like if you're riding a bicycle and you are the only person like blames your bicycle or criticize your bicycle. Oh, this stuff doesn't work, so I just need a new one. Or this guy like keep getting fault, I need to fix something. But have you ever noticed like your bicycle like complained against you? No, right? So the same way we have to think in the team, like a human teams, like do not blame and like criticize and things like that. So that makes the team go worse, and it makes the team to break. So what we are talking today is it's not only the skills needed for the work. It's common and universal. And if you move from this team this place to different place, different work, and different people, it's all same. So this skill set is like primary and important, and everybody should start feeling that teamwork, and understand your team, and what are the things that you can make better to become a great team player. So that's what is mandatory. And there's a saying in team, there's no I in the team, which is right. You cannot just talk about your personal glory. And there are jokes about there's an I in the team, so you can Google it if you want to see it. And but do not talk about always yourself in a team. So if you're a team And like I said, like Pepper has its own attribute. Pepper thinks like he is the king in his territory, right? But when it comes to a team, Printer is also a king in his territory. So you cannot do like both are cannot weigh in their self. Like you just do your work and what is needed for the team, and the others will understand your skills and understand your capables, and they will recognize you. So you don't need to weigh in always yourself. That's the important thing. And when the thing comes to like a team, we have to think in the what's best for the team. That's my second point. Like what's best for the team. Like any new assignments comes in, like for example, if you take this like in the 1 week program, and if I'm one of the organizers, for example, I'm in that organizing team, and anything that any goals or any problems that given to us, and if I'm thinking, okay, if I do this, am I going to be apprised by the principal, or am I going to be apprised by the students or college? And am I getting more salary, or I'm getting rewarded or something? If you think that way, it's not going to work, because you're like closing your ears so that you do not listen to others, because you thought about yourself and you wanted to do things in your way, which doesn't make any sense. So when a problem or goals coming into a team, always think in the team perspective. Do not bring I to the team. Always think what is best for the team. All right. And focus on the problem or goal. Like do not waste your energy for unwanted things that criticize, or criticism is like happens everywhere. Like a gossiping happens everywhere. It's not only on the like a teaching profession, or any if there is like more than two people, like because if it's the team is like too small, like two team members, and you cannot go blame anybody else other than that person, right? So if it is team is greater than two people, and if you don't like one person, then you're going to say you're going to talk about him to other person, right? So which is not a good thing, and you're wasting all your energy to complain about other person. Instead, you can just go talk to them directly, so you can resolve the conflicts. And if you have any problem with them, so just resolve the conflict. So when you resolve it, you don't have any like a grievance to maintain, right? So you're done, and move forward. Like what's the problem given to us, our goal given to us? Let's focus on it and complete it. All right. And take turns. I talked about this before. That that builds your team strength. For example, like if I want to give an example in the teaching profession here, uh, uh, like I'm in a department. So let's take my favorite, like IT departments, right? So I'm a teacher. Like I just take like a C as my uh, um, primary subject. So I'm always taking whenever every semester I'm just taking a C as my own of the primary subject that I'm going to teach to the students. Well, you become a pro in that, so you can be a good lecturer on the C subject. But other person wants to also like good in that subject, and he never expressed that before, and or he wants to do something different. And in that department, if he is not given opportunity, and he always feels sad that okay, next time a semester comes in, he always thinks that I'm going to do the C subject, and he is always wanted to do like doing something different. So that breaks the bond between team. So like we have to encourage them to take the subject. I'm just giving this example. I'm not sure like it is like practical in the current the educational service that we are doing. But if we give opportunity to him, and I for sure, like he may fail or he may stuck somewhere, that you are going to help. So when we are doing it now, we are breaking the dependency. So it is not only you taking the C subject every semester. So you have one other person to help you. So if you are sick, and if you are going for like a long-term leave, and or you wanted to move different college or somewhere else, right? So your department still have the strength, because if they lose you, they don't need to worry about it, because there is another person with the same set of skills, or at least they can match the skills of what you have. So the team is not like a weekend there. So always take times that helps to increase the bond between the team members, also increase the strength of the team. Right? Let's move on. Like there are I feel like whatever that I'm talking, it's from my own experience and things. I'm not taking it from somewhere else, because I could have taken this image from Google, but otherwise all the bearings and what I'm talking, it's all my own experience. From my experience, what I thought for these two important things that is needed for a team, effective team player, right? Effective teamwork. So the first one is the communication. It is very crucial, right? Without communicating properly, when I say communication, it is not something that you're going to just tell. That's not the communication. It's everything. And it has to be open, and it has to be honest, right? So how many times you guys made a open or honest communication with your peer, or in your subordinate, right? Think about that. What is the outcome of that? For example, think in two different ways, right? So uh, if you have ever made a good communication, good open honest communication, what was the outcome of that communication, and what was the benefit it brought to you? And if you did not make any open or honest communication, and you know something but you did not tell them, for example, the goal or problem that given to the team, and the other person is doing it, and you think that, okay, so I am a pro in this one, but the problem is given to that particular team member, so I know he is not much capable, and I know he is going to fail if he continues that way. And have you ever told them, hey, whatever you're doing is not going to work, because I have seen that, or I have experience? Have you ever told them, or the same, there are other use cases, have you ever told them open and honest? And if you have not done that, what was the outcome, or what was the impact happening? So we have to ask these questions ourselves. It's not only for work. I'm keep saying this. The teamwork is not only for work. The topic given to me is like a teamwork, but I'm just talking only the team. It's not related to the work. The the actions that we are doing, it's not only related to the work. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So when the open or honest communication comes in, it's not meaning saying it loud, or talk about the one person in the team loudly, or his bad behavior or whatever it is. It is it's bringing your concerns to the table. If a team, a group of 5 people, and a task is given, and if you don't like the way how we are approaching, and you just bring that concern to the table, bring everybody together, and hey, the way we are doing, it is not going to be successful, or there is a problem in that. Can we fix that, or can we do this way? Just bring your ideas to the table. Or on the other side of the table, all those listeners, we have to be listen to our team members. We do not always whatever he says, it's not going to work, just don't bother, let him talk, and then we go and do whatever we want to do. It's not that way. So if your peer is talking, you have to listen. And when you listen, you may not know, right? So they have different set of skills and experience, and you may not know, or you never thought about this going to be happening, right? So keep your ears open and listen to them. And so that brings one other attribute that I'm going to talk about, which is trust. But this open honest, let me give you one example that happened to us in my team. And the one person, he did something wrong, right? and that impacted the users, the application that we built, and that impacted the users. So like when I say users, like it's 200, 300 people out of the work for like 4 or 5 hours. Like, here the wages are like hourly wages. So if they don't have 5 hours of work, because of the application failure, the company has to pay, right? So it's impact, and also like 5 hours of production gone. But the person, he did the wrong thing. He could have told us, right? He could have communicated to the team, hey team, I did something wrong, and I know it's bad. Can we fix it real soon? And it's my mistake. And he haven't accepted his, failure, and he didn't tell to any of the team member. So what? So it took a long time to, fix the problem, and the result of it, and the team got the bad name, which is fine. And like uh, he was like expelled from the team or the company, right? So those are the things that bad things can happen. It's same as like in your life. Like if you have a partner, or if you have a set of friends, and if you're not open and honest, it's not going to work. Like if you hide secrets, or like if you talk about something different and to different person, so that is breaking all your relationship. And at the end, and without you knowing it, at the end it is going to break everything. So the communication has to be open and honest always, and respectful. The respectful meaning, like it is not in a team, like it doesn't need to be always like all the like a same role of people playing the same team. For example, if you take a on the education side, if you take a department, there is not always going to be all 5 or 6 people as well in the same role, right? It is going to be like a senior lecturer or professor, assistant professor, whatever it is, right? And the respectful should not come based on their roles and responsibilities. It is the it it's like a human, let's put it in this way. So they are humans, and like I said before, everybody has a different attributes, and everybody has different roles and responsibilities. And they have, like, it should be a different age group in your team. You could have like older people, you could have a disabled person, and all these things. And so the respectful is not something you go with the roles and responsibilities and things like that. It has to be like a human way. It has to be like you have to respect the your peer human, and do not underestimate their skills, and do not criticize the skills that they don't have. And that's the way to put it. And also, like, we have you respectful when we are listening to others ideas. For example, if a problem is given to you, and one disabled person, for example, one disabled person is giving you an idea of, can we do this way? And you guys are saying, oh no, we are going to do it this way. It's not like that. You have to listen, and you have to be respectful of what they have, what they are like, what are the ideas that they are bringing to the table. And if you put it in the other way, like I'm the a senior team member on that team, and when the problem is given, and there's a new join, he just joined like a month ago, and when a problem arises, and everybody's talking about it, and he has a right to talk about the ideas that he have his in mind, right? So when he brings that idea, and you know as a senior team member, I'm not going to say no, because whatever ideas that he's going to bring in, that is good for the team. It's That's where I said, like, do not bring I to the team. When you have that I in the team, it collapses everything, right? If I'm in that mindset, right? So I'm the senior team member in this team, and whatever this new junior guy is going to bring, I'm not going to listen, right? So if I'm in that mindset, he might have a great idea that is going to bring a lot of glory to the team, and so I wasted that like idea, right? So do not bring that I into the team. Also, like respectful, like respect others, and listen to them, and brainstorm with everyone, right? This is same as like previous one, right? So brainstorm, like when the idea is coming in, bring everybody from the team, like, hey, we got this request from somebody and we want to do this, and like everybody write down what are the things that we can do, and what are the ways we can do, and so collect all the information, and then you guys talk about like what are the things are good, and write all pros and cons, which is like a good thing and bad thing, like if you do this way, and what are the good thing is going to happen, what are the bad thing is going to happen. So we have to brainstorm with everybody, and again we are taking I from here. When I say brainstorm with everybody, it's everybody, not you. And always like practice to speak last in a team. Like if you are just kind of leading, it's not the entire leader. Like within the team, there could be multiple leaders, right? So if I give an example, like that's the way I operate. Like I have leadership skills, but if in a group of team, and if I see same level of skill set people in the same team, and I bring my ideas, and I do not want to take lead, right? So I bring my ideas, and if anything goes wrong with that particular small group of leadership team, or like the leader who is leading that particular team, and if anything is wrong, I raise my concern, like, hey, you're doing this. Can we do this way? And I'll just bring my opinion and let them hear it and change it. And I don't want to take the leadership. So that's why I said, like, if the problem is given to you, brainstorm with everyone and share ideas, and pick the right one, which is best for the team. Do not select which is best work for you, right? So, and also that helps build the team trust. Stop and ask any questions. Let me know if I'm going too fast, and this is a bigger topic, and I got like 30 or 40 minutes, right? So next point is like accept or offer help. Like in our mind, like somebody put that seed, like do not ask for help. When you ask for help, you feel like you're like less knowledgeable people, or like you're like you're not capable of doing that work and things like that. Do not think that way. It's not going to work. And there are a lot of humans, a lot of friends, families, and if you are stuck, definitely they are going to help you, right? So if you don't ask, and you are making the problem worse, right? So build the courage to ask for help, and or accept, ask for help. Hey, I'm stuck. How can we do this? Like, do you have any suggestion? And or like, do you want me to help? And ask for it. And also like try to offer help. Like if you see somebody and fall down in the road, and if you're just seeing them and just going, it's not a good habit, right? So the same way you just go help them, right? So the same way it has to be in the team, right? That's why I said, like, the skills, it's not only for the work, it's everywhere, right? The same way that you are helping a person in the road which fall down from the bicycle, and you are helping them, which is good, right? So when you are come to the work, and your peer, and he or she is stuck, right? So they cannot move further with the problem that given to them, and they do not know how to do and what to do, and they are also like not asking for help, right? So if they don't ask for the help, nobody knows, right? And if you're an experienced person, or like if you read the humans, and if you think, oh, this guy is stuck, I think he needs some help, and he is hesitant to ask. When you feel that, just go ask, hey, how are you doing, and do you need any help? I see that you're stuck. And the good example is like every quarter, or like every semester, like we are assessing students, or like yeah, that's a best example. Like for the two like exams, he did not perform well, and he performed before very well. And if you see that, do not force them. Like, you do not ask them, hey, why are you like not scoring very good on this subject? Instead, offer your help. Like, how are you doing? Like, are you doing okay? I have been like seeing you like past 2 times and you're not scoring very well. And do you have any problem? Do you want me to help? Is there any way I could help? So offer your help. That then that that builds the trust. That's the second attribute I want to talk about it. Like, trust. So we talked about communication, and the second thing is like trust. And the trust is like it's a feel, right? It's if the trust is not there, and the team are like individual person, they are not going to do the work effectively. When I say do the work effectively, for example, and uh, the- and there's a problem given to you, and I have like an insecure feeling in my mind, and in this team, if whatever I do, they are not going to recognize, or they are always going to tell me that I'm the loser. And if I don't have that trust in the team, and I do not perform well, like I do not think about like what we can do better. I always try to complete this one, and just try not to break anything. And I just slowly or silently just come and work and go, which is not good, right? So if I have the trust in the team, and if a problem is given to me, I will like take the risk to do something different. And I believe that like if I go wrong, if I stuck, and I know my team members or like my peers, my other like lecturers are going to help us, right? So that like I'm not stuck anywhere, so I don't need to worry about anything. So those are the things which is related. Avoid criticism. Like I told before, like in the team, do not criticize, do not blame, do not like gossip, do not talk about one person to other person. If you have any concern, just go talk to the respective person. Like we always have like again, it's all like seeded into our brain, right? So if I have a conflict with one of my team member, and if I'm going and talking to him, and the conversation goes hard, and we talk very loudly, and we talk about things, it's not like a personal thing, it's like the work that I'm doing, and he is not agreeing, and the work that I'm saying, this is the way it is going to work. So we are not agreeing the ideas. And what we do is like naturally, next time we do not bring any concerns to that particular person, because we always think that that guy is not going to accept the ideas that what I have. And last time we argued, right? So every time the argument comes, we always think that is the fight, and that's where we have to stop the relationship. That's how our brain thinks, that's how like we grown up, right? It is not like that. There should be a good healthy, and arguments should be happening, right? So if you argue with one person today, and when you have ideas next time, go talk to them, right? The same person, he gave the like a wrong perspective of your ideas. Next time when you hear it, and he bring up some other like use cases or some other things, so go talk to them, do not criticize. And if you have an argument, which is good, right? So you're in the work, or in the team, you're not doing the personal things, it's all related to the work. And which is like a small part in your life, right? So the work or job, that is a small part. Like we have other things to do, right? So do not criticize with like other people, and it ruins everything, and ruins the trust and bond, and it spreads as well, right? So if you talk about one person in this team, hey, I talked to him, he did not like my idea, and he is like very rude, or like he is not listening to me, and all those criticisms, you talk to one other person, and the person B also like become a villain for this other guy or other girl, right? So it spreads, like it keeps going, and at the end, and the same the mindset of people will hate other mindset of people. So within a team itself, we are forming two different teams inside, and one is team A and one is team B. And when problem comes in, and now we have a race here, so which team wants to take that problem? So team A or team B? So there's a fight will start, and if team B gets that opportunity, team A will go push their bosses, or whatever the team B is doing, the team A tries to find the fault on those the solutions that they are going to take it. So the fight will continue. So where it started with criticism, right? Instead, if you accept the other collaborate and brings the good one, this will never happen. So avoid criticism. Stay connected during tough times. It comes for everybody. Do not just leave your team member stuck. Like I said about the bicycle example, just offer help. Like it tough times for everybody, right? So in this pandemic, it's tough time, and there are a lot of use cases we can talk about this one. But when you're like when anybody in your team is stuck, go ask for help. It's okay, like if you don't have that skill set. For example, like if there is a professor, he's doing digital graphics or something like that, and he's trying to make a presentation and he is stuck and he is not able to find any real-time use cases or things like that. Go offer your help. Uh, you may not have the skill set of like what he's doing, but the thing is, like, you both can learn something and you can try to achieve whatever he is trying to do. So that way, now there's not one person, there is a two-person know about that particular topic or whatever it is, right? Or at least you are giving a moral support, and which helps to build the trust. Also, it makes the other person is thinks like not alone, he's not alone or she is not alone. They always think, okay, so if I take any risk, and I have my team members to help, so that builds the trust, right? So, and that's how it should be. And you may also end up in the same situation in the future, right? You and that time, if you never offered your help before, or you never excluded your team members or not offering any help, and the same thing happened to you, nobody's going to help you, and that breaks the trust again with you. What you have in your team is going to break, right? So always stay connected during tough times, no matter what, any problem, just stay connected. And at least if you're not helping them, like whatever they are doing, at least try to be a moral support and listen to others. Like I told you before, like if anybody wants to talk about something, just listen to them, respectfully listen to them. And it can go either way. If you just listen, and if you just go away, and that you build a small trust, but not much. And next time they think, okay, so if I tell a problem or anything to this particular person B, and here the A always thinks like he just listens and the person B goes away. And what can we do better is, like, when you listen, try to provide solutions, or try to you know uh, feel empathy, and just be on their shoes. That's what, like, some people say, like, be on their shoes, like try to be on their shoes and try to see what they are trying to solve, or what they are going through. So you try to if you just try to help them, and if the problem is resolved, and boom, you built a lot of trust. Next time problem comes in, and you are the go-to person, they always come to you, right? So that's how it is. And recognize, like, in the team, we we do not recognize, right? So recognize meaning, like it's like an award. Like, if I'm not getting the award, but he is getting the award, I'm jealous. It should not be that way. If he is getting award, or if he is recognized for something that he did that helps the team, which is good thing for everybody, we have to celebrate it. And when you recognize the people, and that makes that particular person happy, and happy soul, happy human do good things, right? So when he is doing some good thing, and you recognize him, and he brings something good ideas to the team. So it is like, cycle. When he bring good ideas to the team, and everybody implement that particular idea, and the entire team will get recognized by other, like a superior team. For example, in this case, one staff did something, and he was like recognized, and he was happy, and he brought another idea, and all the staff members in that particular department did that. That college recognized that particular department, and they are happy, and the college is thinking this is a good idea, and this can be implemented across all the colleges or the universities. So they will just go implement that in all across the universities or colleges, and this particular college gets recognized, and the college is happy. So it's like a cycle. So it's always good to recognize people, and keep moving further, and that brings like a lot of good ideas to the team. And it is always like fun to do those things. And accountability, so when we recognize and when we ready to take the appreciation from the team, we have to take the ownership or accountability when we things go wrong, right? So it's always a human mindset. Like if you have done good thing, and if you think that appreciation is going to come, and you take the responsibility, right? And if you think something is going to breaking, and some bad name is going to come to the team, and you just go blame that guy. So he's the guy, he started this one, he brought this idea, and it's everything him or she, right? Should not do that. Like when things go wrong, take the accountability and responsibility. Agree that you have done something wrong that brought something to this team, which is okay. That's the human behavior. So when you do something wrong, accept it, move forward, and try to correct that. So it's trial and error method, right? So not everybody is perfect. So when you do something wrong, if it goes wrong, take the blame, or take the accountability. I did wrong. What we can do best. So I do not know, I do not have any idea, so bring that to the team. So it's everything is connected, right? So let's brainstorm again. So I did something wrong, it's my bad. Let's what we can do best. And do you guys have any idea? Let's share it and do it. So that's how it should go. And that 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 builds the trust, right? So if you have a good communication, and if you're building a good trust, and if I feel like these are the two major attributes as well, like every team player should have it. And if you are a good communicator, and if you have a good trust, building a good trust, and if your team is having a good bond, and you don't need to do anything extra, right? So if you have these in your team, and the next day when you go for work, you don't feel pressure, like you don't feel like sad, and you can just, okay, I'm going to work with these guys, right? Have fun. Like you just go take whatever problems comes in, because I have my colleagues, my team members with me, and any problem comes in, I'm sure like we all can solve that problem as a team. So that makes the team going forward, right? So like you don't need to worry about anything. So you just focus on the problem or goal given to you. And if we have these soft skills, and this is going to make you grow, and you don't need to showcase any of your talent, and it will come to everybody's visibility. And if you make a good team, and some other department were lacking on those skills, and whatever you guys are doing, and they will just watch you, and they notice you. That's a human behavior, right? So if anybody do something, we just silently watch it. And if things goes wrong, we just blame them, or like we just criticize them. And if things goes right, and some people, oh, they did a good job, like let's do the same way. So that's a good thing, right? So if your team works good, and somebody is watching you, and they feel, okay, this is a great way of doing this problem or doing this work, so they will just will start following it, right? So all the things has to be come from single person or single team, right? So if you're doing a good thing or like happy things, other teams will follow. When other departments start following it, and other departments start following, all other department will start following it, and it'll make a visibility to other colleges, right? I'm just giving this example because I'm talking to the professors and lecturers, and it has to be the same for the family, friends, everywhere. Like, just be humble, be respectful, and listen to others, and follow these basic skills, right? So when you do this, all good things will happen to you. Like, you don't need to do anything extra. Just go with that, and just any problem comes in, go solve for it. I know, like, there are other topics that you guys, listened, other people talk, and it was very good. And all those soft skills should be merged together. This is how to be a great team, like a player or teamwork here. But if you have a like problem solving skills, and you have a leadership skills, right? So all these can merge together, and you can be like a great human being, right? Or you can lead anybody, and wherever you go, this basic team working skill is very important. This is the foundation. Without this, you cannot go further, right? So if you are not a good listener, you cannot be a good leader, right? So if you want to be a good leader, you have to be a good team player. Then only you can know what team can do, right? uh, Almost like 40 minutes. This is like whatever I talked before. This is just one representation as, like, always team
Sir,
understand the. Yeah.
sir, can you share your screen again?
Are you not seeing it?
Yes, sir.
Looks like for me it is. Did you guys see before, or like you were
Yes,
not
sir. Yes, sir.
seeing?
Before we are here.
Do you
Yes,
guys see it
thank you.
now? Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. And this is like everything here. So uh, the team should understand the goals and commitments to reach the goal. So that's what I talked about. Focus on problem and creativity, innovation, and different viewpoints. Like I said before, everybody is different. Uh, everybody have their own attributes. So everything has to be accepted, and we have to do that way. And you know um, communication is also must, that we talk about it. And when you are in a good team, and you have a good trust, and you always take the um, taking the risk, reasonable risk. It's not big risk, like you can always take the reasonable risk. And if you are a team, and you always take the quality decisions together. So these are the whatever we talk, it's all like combined together. So as a basic, try to be a good team player. And if you're still having problems and things like that, it's okay, you just correct them. It is not like a thing that you will just gain within short time of amount. It is also coming as from your experiences and things like that. With that, I'll stop my speech, and thank you again for all this opportunity. And I love talking here. Thank you. You guys can ask me questions. If you have any, anything, like I told you before, like anything you wanna talk to me, and not only personal skills, like other like a technical stuff or any other stuff, please reach out to me.
Participants, now the session is open for questions. If you have any questions, you can ask them now. Even you can put it in your chat box. I'll read it. Participants, do you have any questions?
That's fine if they don't have any questions. It's all right. I think they just listened. It's fine.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
A single person in a team oppose every points.
Everybody in the team, right?
Yes.
That happens.
If a single person oppose every person, how can we manage it?
It's, you cannot just you cannot tell them, and hey, you're opposing everything, right? You cannot just directly tell them. Also, you cannot just blame that person to other team members, right? So that brings like a bad culture to the team. So when the problem comes in, and if you are presenting your idea, and if he is opposing it, and you have to prove it. Like when you say, like, there are like situations, like you have to talk about, like, what are the ideas that you have, and how it is going to impact, and what are the pros and cons, and you present that to that person, or like not that person alone, just present it to the entire team. And if he is saying, like, when you're talking inside the team, like, they may not tell this, like, you're doing wrong. Maybe they might have like told you personally, or like, individually, right? So when you present this to the team, and you can ask, like, anybody have questions, and if he has questions, he should ask it, right? So that way you can just, like, present your ideas, and he agrees silently. And if we have any other concerns, like, you always like have to be open, right? So when I present something, I have to, at the end of my presentation, I have to ask, do you guys have any questions? And do we have a team agreement? Should we move forward, right? So when you ask that question, and if he has consent, he has to bring it. And if he has that consent inside his, brain, and if he is not bringing it, and when you start implementing that your ideas, he cannot say anything, right? When he agrees things. And if he has a problem, and he is going to talk about that, and you openly communicated that anybody have consent, we can talk about it, right? So that way we can just avoid these personal oppositions, right? So it's all happened like personally. That's why I said, like, take out of the I from the team. This will never happen. And next time when you brings other ideas, he has to, convey his ideas, or like concerns to the team, not to that particular person. And when you bring a good idea, if all the team agrees, that person has to agree as well. And if you have a good valid point to say that concern, and he has to say that, otherwise it goes fine. So always just open and share your ideas, and tell them that, like, can we move forward, get the team agreement. That's where we are just agreeing something. And if he is agreeing on that meeting, and if he is opposing on the other, like a later point, you have to bring that to the team. That's a concern that is going to break the team, culture. Like, you agreed when I presented this to you. Now you are saying you are not agreeing, and what are the points that you are not agreeing? Let's talk about it. That's where brainstorm comes in. Let's talk about it. And if you do something, like, if you have any points wrong, and you have to prove it. And when they prove it, it's good. You have to accept that, and you have to keep moving forward. Or, like, let's go with what you have presented earlier. That's how it should be. All the points are connected together, and it'll come with a little experience when you, like, listen to others. And I think this is one of the best way to handle it. Does it make sense?
So, sir, so very, very, very good morning.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed your fabulous presentation, and it was also interesting from the beginning to till end. Very practicable session, so I appreciate. Then I would like to, being a professor, I would like to ask a basic question to you.
Sure.
See, my question is, if a team member seems to withdrawn from their work,
Sorry, can you say that again? I lost a word in your question.
If a team member seems withdrawn from their work, so maybe as a leader of the team, what can I do, or how can I motivate them?
It's a great question. So it's like in the teaching side, like you guys, I'm not sure like you guys are doing it. Like in the corporate world, we just meet our team members very often. Like now with this pandemic, like we have been working from home for 2 years. We didn't get the chance to meet all our friends, but we do conduct like monthly meetings, and we just go outside and play. First of all, like we have to make like when the guest comes in, we always say that to the guest, like make it feel your home, right? So that's how we have to do it. So as a team, before we start working or before we start focusing on problems, we have to gel together. Like if he is always withdrawn, you do not know why he is is not willing to do work, right? So either like since you said like you are the boss, like you could be the problem, like other team member could be the problem, or he must have like a personal problem, or he do not have the skill set and he feel like low. I do not have the skill set. Am I like eligible to do it here? Right? There are a lot of aspects there, and as a leader, we have to understand every team member and what they are going through in their life, and personally and professionally. So we have to understand that, and you can talk to them and understand their problem. That's where the listening comes in. Like you have to keep your ears open and listen to them and say that I'm here to help. Let's take a small problem, and can you try to solve it? Like when I say a small problem means like anything, it could be on the teaching or anything. So whatever problems that he is identifying, go, ask that question and try to be with them, and give your support, and say that like you are with them. And when you have a friends, you do not afraid to do anything, right? The same way the team should work, that all the team members in a team have to feel like a friend, family. Like that's how I feel it. Like I feel like this, whatever I'm here, this is again, it's a small team, right? So I'm giving some presentation and you guys are listening, but still we are a team right now. It's a temporary team, right? And when I have to feel that, okay, this is my team and this is my home. So whatever I'm talking, it's just going to, help somebody. So that's the way I feel it. So I don't have any fear to do any work. The same way in a single team, if the team member is withdrawn and he is not willing to do any work, we do not know the reason. First, we have to ask it and understand the problem and try to solve that, and give the hope, and show the trust, and which is okay, because somebody will always feel like, if I do something wrong, will I lose my job, or like will I get a bad name, or like those are a lot of concerns around that area. So I would request, since you said like you're a leader, just go talk to that person and understand the problem, then slowly approach it. And nothing is going to happen in a single night. It's for everybody, right? So it's all trial and error. So you first approached and he did not respond. It's okay. Just ask for a coffee. I don't know that we have that culture in India, right? So here, like we here in team, like we just do, can we go for a coffee? Just we go for a coffee and we talk about something and we understand them, and we slowly, try to improve. So that's how we do it here. Like I do it here personally, but does it make sense to you?
Sir, two more questions are there in the chat box, sir. Shall I read it?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. In workplace, there is a junior and senior problem arise. If the best idea comes from a junior staff, it's not welcomed much. What is your opinion regarding this, sir?
Take
Which was
the
asked by
I. Yeah, it's a great question, right? So like I talked before, take the I. It's always we have to take the I. Like my title is lead engineer here, which doesn't, in my team, it doesn't mean that I'm not leading the team. I'm just thinking one step ahead of all my engineers, so that I can coach them, I can mentor them, I can move further. And if I'm being the leader and I have here who are doing the college, they have get 6 months time in our team, they can work on it. So they are very new, and if they bring the idea to me, it's like I said before, if I'm not listening the good idea, I'm not the good leader, I'm not a good team member. These are the skills that we have to improve. For it works everywhere, right? So in this case, if a junior lecturer is bringing some idea, just listen. And it's always like take the eye from the team and listen, and what the idea they are bringing in, and is it going to help the team, and what is the pros and cons, talk about it. And if it is a good idea, appreciate that junior person, right? So when they're appreciating it, and he's going to bring more ideas, and we are building the trust, right? So when you don't need to do anything, you just listen to them and appreciate their idea and implement it. Next time he brings the good idea, and also he will think that, oh, he's the senior resource, he doesn't have any jealous or like things like that. So whatever ideas that I'm going to bring in, and like he's going to listen to me. So from the other side of this question, I'm the junior resource, and you are the senior resource. And if I'm bringing my idea and you are not listening to it, which is okay. Like I said, like it's all trial and error. First time he did not like me. Maybe he did not like me, or he did not like my attitude. Like those are the things that we have to take out from the team. But anyways, like I will keep like bringing my ideas again and again, so that like at one day he will start listening. And if it is a small team, if you and your senior resource, it is going to be tough. But if it is a little bigger team, you can always present that idea to the entire team, like other person asked this question, right? So bring that idea to the entire team. So your senior resource may not be the leader, but your team has a leader, right? So they will listen to your ideas and they approve your ideas. So that way it has to go further.
One more question, sir. Healthy
Yep.
arguments is very rare in workplace. One person can't change this every day. Sorry, one person can't change this. Everybody needs to be willing to have a good decision. If it's not there, what we need to do?
So I just want to make sure I understand the question. Can you repeat it again? Sorry.
Healthy arguments is very rare in workplace. One person can't change this, right? Everybody needs to be willing to have a good decision. So if it's not there, what we need to do?
Like I said before, the arguments, like we always think the argument is like some fight and things like that, and the next day nothing will happen. Like we do not talk to the person that we argued yesterday, right? That's how it goes. It's not like that. It's within one day you're breaking your team. Where are you going to work? Are you leaving the college, or are you leaving the work that you're doing? Next day you're going to work with the same person, right? And how do you work? And you think that you fought with that guy or girl yesterday, and today when you come in and as a team, it's nothing, right? So the healthy arguments happen, and at least some person in the team has to drive it. Like that's where it's lagging, right? So if you have like a 5 team members and you guys have started not making any healthy arguments, or you keep things in your mind and you feel like I said something and it is not agreed, so I'm going to keep move on. And so the team is scattered. Either the leader has to come in and organize the team, or like every person have their own leadership skills, right? So at least one person respectfully and listen to all these guys or girls, like bring the ideas, like bring everybody together and bring the culture of like having a healthy arguments, and that's how it has to move on. And there is like no one right solution to just tackle this. It has to be experience, and it has to be like a day-to-day, every day, like we have to understand the problem, and one driving person has to bring everybody together. And it is like a hectic job. Like if you are trying to organize your team, you get criticized. That's how we work. Like you get criticized, you want to try to bring your team together and try to have healthy arguments and conversation and take decisions, and you get criticized. And if you keep getting criticized, one day you get frustrated and you want to go out of the team. It should not. It's a hectic job, so we have to be very very polite, and like we have to handle everything, so that person can be like a small organizer leader in that team. And when they see things go wrong, just tie them back and try to bring that culture. And it takes long time, and when that culture is built and everybody is like having like a good team, then this never happens, right? So any ideas, you just come to everyone and have healthy conversations, and you argue, like we fight. Like when I say fight, like we argue, like I say one thing and other team members say one thing, but finally we take these two things and we write it down on the board and see what is good and what is bad, and which one we can take. Because the human mentality always can measure, right? It always can the good thing first, right? So we can measure the conversation and take the good decision, and it takes some time.
So, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the role of power politics in a teamwork, sir? Because whenever we think of power politics, we take it in a very negative sense. Can it be used positively to accelerate the teamwork?
When you say power politics, what does it mean? That's new to me. What is power politics? Like just showing politics to the team?
Maybe I'm bigger than you and I have
No, no,
more
no, it's
power
fine.
than you. And as a team leader or as a team member, I can do anything and nobody can ask me. So that
That
kind of attitude or
right? Yeah.
behavior in
Okay,
a
I get.
teamwork.
Okay, I get it. Right. So when you have more power and you're like, it's the people leader is separate. People leader is like they just lead the team and they just lead the people. When I say people leader, like you have five-member team, and you must have a boss, right? So like everybody like report to somebody. So they have some certain powers, and that should not impact the team. But if I'm understand correctly, if inside that five team members, one person is like power politics, meaning like one person is like superior power in the team. And is that the correct understanding? Like in the five team members group, and one person is showing all the powers, and I don't want to just give like a wrong answers. That's why I'm keep asking. Suni,
Okay, sir. Thank you
Suni,
so much.
no,
Sunita. I'm Sunita.
okay, I think I haven't answered your question, but I just want to understand. I'm sorry if
Oh,
I'm making this like embarrassing, but like if in the team, I just answer like what I understood. So in the team, like one person can be like have a superpower, like or good experience or great experience, and the other teams are like a senior resources or something like that. And if I have this best team skills as a like experienced person, I I do not oppose everything. I have to have an open listening skill, right? So that's why I tell like first I have to take the eye from the team so that I can listen to others, and when I listen to others, I know all their ideas. So I try to get to know all their ideas, even though I have ideas or I have a solution to the problem, but I still listen to them. When I listen to them, I will like I do not talk. I do not like when I'm listening to first person ideas, I'm not going to say yes or no, or this is a good or bad idea. I just listen. And once you listen, everybody, and you have a superpower, right? So you have like you have good experience. When you gather all the remaining four ideas and try to compare with yours, and is it matching your idea? And if it is matching your idea as a like a superior person, you have to recognize that particular person that who brought that idea. You have to tell them this is the same exact way I thought, and I'm glad you brought the same idea, which is good, right? You're building that trust with that person. Also, you have to listen. You have already listened other ideas as well, right? So you have to compare, do pros and cons, which is good, which is bad. So compare, bring all the team together and talk about things. And when you always work in a team, you cannot just blame one person, or you cannot just take one person ideas, right? So when you talk about the in the entire team and you talk about pros and cons, as a team, we are agreeing something. We are moving forward with some one ideas which was good, right? So that's how it should go. And again, it's a behavior, it's a skill set that needs to be like evolved during over the course of the time. It is not just comes with one day or like one day of experience. It has to be like we have to apply and fail and get that experience and apply it again in the correct way. And if it is fail again, you are learning something, you correct it again. So that's how it has to go on. And if you feel something is like showing super politics and things like that, bring to the team and talk about it and come to a team agreement, and that's how it should go. Hope this answers your question, but
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your answers. Team is not about personal glory. We have to think what is best for the team. We have to focus on our goals as a team and ready to take turns. Or the takeaways from my side, sir. Thank you, sir. It was such an interesting and informative session presented by you, sir. We are glad to have you as our resource person for our 5th day session on teamwork. Thank you so much, sir. Now I call upon Miss Ilakia, Assistant Professor, Department of Tamil, to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
வாழிய செந்தமிழ் வாழ்க நற்றமிழர். செந்தமிழ் நெஞ்சங்களுக்கு அழகிய மாலை வணக்கம். மெடோனா பெண்கள் கலை மற்றும் அறிவியல் கல்லூரியின் தமிழ்துறை மற்றும் வரலாற்றுத்துறை இணைந்து நடத்தும் 7 நாள் பன்னாட்டு இணையவழி ஆசிரியர் திறன் மேம்பாட்டு பயிற்சியின் 5ஆம் நாள் நிகழ்விற்கு வருகை புரிந்துள்ள உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி கூறுவதில் மட்டற்ற மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். புதிதாய் பூத்த பூக்களைப் போல புன்னகை முகத்துடன் வரவேற்புரை நல்கிய வரலாற்றுத்துறை தலைவர் நாகலதா அம்மா அவர்களுக்கு நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். வாழ்க்கை எனும் ஏணியில் மாணவர்கள் முன்னேற தோள் தரும் ஏணி படிகளாக விளங்கும் எம் கல்லூரி செயலர் அருட்சகோதரி அல்போன்ஸ் ஆனந்தி அவர்களுக்கும், கல்லூரி முதல்வர் முனைவர் SVL மைக்கேல் ஐயா அவர்களுக்கும், துணை முதல்வர் அருட்சகோதரி திரவிய ரெஜினராஜம் அவர்களுக்கும் இதயம் கனிந்த நன்றியை சமர்ப்பிக்கிறேன். ஒற்றுமை ஒன்று போதும் நம் ஒருமையை நிலைநாட்ட. ஒதுங்கி நிற்பவர்களை ஒன்று சேர், ஒய்யாரமாய் நடைபோடு அவர்களோடு. அன்று தெரியும் ஒற்றுமை ஒதுங்கி நிற்பவர்களை கூட ஓங்கி வாழ வைக்கும் எனும் வரிகளுக்கிணங்க குழுவாக பணியாற்றல் எனும் பொறுமையில் ஒற்றுமை உணர்வுடன் செயல்பட வேண்டும் என்று கருத்து செறிவு மிக்கதொரு உரையாற்றிய திரு குருபாண்டி ஐயா அவர்களுக்கு உளமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். அற்புதமான இந்நிகழ்வினை நேரலையாக ஒளிபரப்பு செய்த தமேரிக்கா தொலைக்காட்சி காந்தி லெனின் ஐயா அவர்களுக்கு மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நம்பிக்கை இருக்கும் மனதில் அச்சம் இயலாது, தன்னம்பிக்கை கொண்டவனின் கைகள் உழைக்க தயங்காது எனும் கவிதை வரிகளுக்கு இணங்க இந்நிகழ்வு செம்மையுற தன்னம்பிக்கையுடனும் மலர்ந்த முகத்துடனும் எங்களை வழிநடத்திக் கொண்டிருக்கும் தமிழ்துறை தலைவர் சலோமி ராஜரீகம் அம்மா அவர்களுக்கும், வரலாற்றுத்துறை தலைவர் நாகலதா அம்மா அவர்களுக்கும் நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். மேலும் இந்நிகழ்வின் ஊன்றுகோலாக திகழும் தமிழ்துறை மற்றும் வரலாற்றுத்துறை உதவி பேராசிரியர்களுக்கும் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். அருமையான இந்நிகழ்வினை தொகுத்து வழங்கிய உதவி பேராசிரியர் ஜூலியட் மேரி அவர்களுக்கு நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இந்நிகழ்வு சிறப்புற அமைய தொழில்நுட்ப உதவிகள் புரிந்த தமிழ்துறை உதவி பேராசிரியர் யோகப்பிரியா அவர்களுக்கும், வரலாற்றுத்துறை உதவி பேராசிரியர் ஜூலியட் மேரி அவர்களுக்கும் மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். 5 நாட்களும் ஆர்வத்துடன் பங்கேற்ற பேராசிரியர் பெருமக்களுக்கும், ஆசிரியர் பெருந்தகைகளுக்கும் மற்றும் தமிழ் ஆர்வலர்களுக்கும் எம் கல்லூரியின் சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இவ்வழகிய வாய்ப்பளித்த உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம். மீண்டும் நாளைய அமர்வில் சந்திப்போம்.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your vote of thanks. Principal sir. Principal sir, can we hear a few words from you, sir?
Sir, Mr. Guru Pandi from USA, I am the principal of this college. Was very much taken aback of your lecture. I have to appreciate you because of your availability today to be with us for the whole 1 hour and have given a very good informative session, very, very practical session we had today. So congratulations on behalf of the management. I congratulate you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I haven't called any names before, but
nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry.
So much.
That was a professional way of presentation. Okay, thank you very much. And I have to thank both the HODs, very nice resource person, humble and very simple. Now he was very much happy to answer the questions raised by the people here. So again, thank you very much. So எல்லாருக்குமே நன்றி, எல்லா பேராசிரியர்களுக்கும் நன்றி. முக்கியமா உங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்ட நாளைக்கு பிசிக்ஸ் அண்ட் மேத்தமேட்டிக்ஸ் நடத்தக்கூடிய அந்த கிராஃப்டிங் யுவர் கெரியர், அது ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியமான டாபிக். அதனால செகண்ட் அண்ட் தேர்ட் இயர்ஸ் முடிச்சு போகக்கூடிய தேர்ட் இயர்ஸ், பிரசன்ட் தேர்ட் இயர்ஸ் எல்லாரையும் நீங்க வர சொல்லி. ஸோ வில் மீட் டுமாரோ மார்னிங், ஆல் த டீம். ப்ளீஸ் we meet tomorrow morning by 10 o'clock. Thank you very much. Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Participants, you can leave now. We will meet you tomorrow at 5:30.